As we approach the latter stages of December, traditionally baseball's busiest offseason month, we've already seen a healthy amount of free agent activity and considerable movement on the trade market. As of Wednesday, 39 players have signed major league contracts, including 17 of our top 50 free agents, and several other stars, such as Garrett Crochet and Kyle Tucker, have changed teams via trade. Still, a ton of players are unsigned. More than 200 who appeared in MLB in 2024 remain free agents, meaning there is substantial business left to be done. The other reality is that the top names still available, Corbin Burnes, Alex Bregman, Teoscar Hernandez, to name a few, tend to dominate the discourse for days at a time, while the rest surface in rumors only on occasion, if ever. That's not to say these players are being completely forgotten by major league clubs, but rather that their markets have yet to develop in a way that would spark substantial rumors or concrete connections with teams that the general public would then become aware of via reporting from hot. With that dynamic in mind, here are 5 free agents from our top 50 list about whom we've heard next to nothing since the offseason began, as well as a look at how their markets might have been impacted by the first month of transactional activity. Once a premium shortstop prospect, Profar has gradually plummeted down the defensive spectrum to where he is now exclusively a left fielder and not a particularly good one. Perhaps some clubs still view him as viable somewhere in the infield, where he has played sparingly since 2021, but those considerations are strictly secondary. Any interested club is going to be buying Profar's bat. Having seemingly plateaued as a league average hitter in even his best years over the first decade of his career, Profar took massive strides at the plate in 2024, launching a career-high 24 home runs and posting a 139 WRC+ that ranked 15th among qualified hitters in MLB. This was not some BABIP-fueled mirage, either. Nearly every element of Profar's underlying offensive profile improved markedly. He posted career bests in average exit velocity 91.1 miles per hour, 80th percentile, and hard hit rate 44.1%, 71st percentile, and his .365 WOBA was right in line with his .364 xWOBA, demonstrating that his results were reflective of his quality of contact and not merely good fortune. Better yet, Profar managed to add power to his profile while maintaining what have always been excellent plate discipline skills, as he continued to draw walks at a high clip while avoiding whiffs and strikeouts. Add the fact that he's a switch hitter who produced well from both sides of the plate, .823 ops versus RHP, .885 ops versus LHP in 2024, and there's a lot to love about Profar the hitter, if this version of him sustains, of course. Earlier this month, The Athletic's Dennis Lin reported that while Profar, who turns 32 in February, is drawing sizable interest from other clubs, the Padres remain hopeful, if not confident, about a potential reunion. Otherwise, we've heard very little about which clubs are in pursuit of Profar, leaving us to speculate about the teams besides the Padres that could use an offensive jolt in the outfield. The Yankees' outfield remains in flux following Juan Soto's departure, and Profar would surely represent an upgrade over what they got offensively from Alex Verdugo in 2024. The Braves have been oddly quiet this winter and just signed Brian De La Cruz as a more frugal outfield option, but Profar could represent a more meaningful upgrade, especially as Atlanta waits for Ronald Acuna Jr. to return from his ACL injury. Toronto has been trying desperately to spend money to get back to contention and has an unsettled corner outfield spot beyond George Springer and Dalton Varsho. And what about Houston, whose lineup and outfield looks far less fearsome after trading Kyle Tucker? A return to San Diego still feels like the most likely outcome for Profar. But these are all teams to monitor as his market starts to crystallize.